when the pilot wheel hits that turntable just like that. When all 185 tons of locomotive is put in the very middle of this turntable, it's going to drop down about 2 or 3 inches right behind me. Engineer Joseph will see that drop, he'll stop, and then we start spinning. Now this locomotive is the Southern Railway number 630, built in February 1904 by the American Locomotive Company of Richmond, Virginia, as a mainline freight hauling steam locomotive, classified KS1 280 consolidation. It's got 2 pilot wheels in the front, 8 large drivers under the boiler, 0 wheels under the cab. That's Engineer Joseph up there. Y'all wave at it for me, please. If you don't wave back, he's liable to leave us all here. Now, there were 393 of these locomotives built. Of those 393, only 2 are left. We have locomotive 630. Its sister 722 is owned by our friends of the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad over in Bryson City, North Carolina. Now, the reason why these 2 locomotives even exist was because in 1948, they were both sold to the East Tennessee and Western North Carolina Railroad up in Johnson City, Tennessee, where they became locomotives 207 and 208, respectively. Now, they operated up there for about 20 years until 1968. The Southern Railway made a trade to get these locomotives back. They were put to work on their mainline steam excursion program, which many of those were actually posted up on the wall over there. Some of those excursions we hosted in the 60s and 70s. 630 came here to the museum on a lease in 1978, operated here until 1989, retired that same year until it was donated to us here in 1999 by the Norfolk Southern Corporation. We began restoration on this locomotive immediately thereafter. 12 years and $750,000 later, this locomotive is finally now operating, has been since 2011. That's our fireman Zach on the other side. Y'all wave at him too. Tonight he'll be shoveling about 5 tons, 10,000 pounds of coal into that firebox. That fire is what is generated to boil the water in the boiler at about 700 degrees Fahrenheit. All that steam is collected at the top, channeled down through a system of pipes to the cylinders. When that steam is exhausted the cylinders, it comes out to the smokestack, and that is the basic technology of how a steam locomotive works. Operates at 190 pounds per square inch. Folks, that's our 1916 turntable and our 1904 steam locomotive. How about that?
Woo!
All right, thanks for the emotional support. Brady really needed it. Now, folks, at this time, if you'd like to see how the locomotive gets coupled